Okay. Jupiter and Capricorn. Where to begin? My mom has this energy, and she's really reached the highest level of what this energy has to offer. She's incredibly competent, incredibly reliable and dependent. I can always count on her. She's always very thorough, very grounded, very common sense, very down to earth. Even when, in the time when my parents had divorced, in between meeting my stepdad, she was incredibly competent. Me and my sister both. We all lived in. Of course, we all lived in the same house. Me, her, and my mom, and she always knows how to land on her feet. It's just natural in her thinking. And that all of that comes from Jupiter and Capricorn. Her incredible ability to keep going, even in the face of real challenge. And it was challenging, hell, life always has its obstacles, its challenges. Whether you're a single mom or whoever, whenever, we all have challenges that we're working on. There's a quote flying around the internet that I really love, which is, everyone has a secret battle that nobody else knows about and it isn't obvious on the outside. Those you with Jupiter and Capricorn know how to succeed, know how to use your incredible ambition to reach new heights, always. Part of the beauty of this energy of Jupiter and Capricorn is your solid tenacity, your doggedness in making sure that you will succeed. You just keep going, and no matter what the obstacle is, you keep climbing patiently, logically, again, using common sense, doing everything you can to achieve what you're after. Now, this energy at its highest manifestation, at its functioning best psychologically for you, is when you've really identified what matters in your life. This is an incredibly ambitious placement, and those with Jupiter and Capricorn can truly just keep on achieving for forever. The question is, what is worth achieving? For you with this energy, in this life, you're meant to ponder this. To ponder what heights are worth reaching. Why am I going for that height? Is it just for status? Is it just so other people respect me or think this about me or think that? Respect in society is awesome, that means that you're contributing something, that you're working hard, and that's excellent. But at what point, and again, this is a question that you must answer for yourself, and I think it's a question you have to keep asking yourself, at what point are you working for rewards that don't really matter? The challenge of this energy is endless ambition at all costs, which isn't balanced, which isn't going to yield a happy outcome. If you're never satisfied with what you've achieved, with your security, sweet dog, go over there. If you're never satisfied with what you achieve, then life is never gonna, be satisfying. You need those times of relaxing. Playing is just as important as working. It's very important with this energy to internalize. trying to focus. Focus. Don't think about meow meow. Um, Again, ambition at all costs is probably the biggest challenge I find with this energy, because that yields a mindset that's very materialistic, too materialistic, when you're only thinking of, should I do this, should I say this, just for material gain, just so I'm getting more money, more security, more status. Again, is that security that you really need? Is that status that you really need? With this energy, because of denial from your past, it seems like you need to get as much security as possible and hug it to you and don't give it up. Or at least that's the challenge for this energy. And again, we all have challenges. It's okay to have challenges. We just need to rise above them and reach the higher part of this energy. The higher part, in the case of my mom, is she's always dependable, always there for me. She always provides for me. She really has, in her own life, she's learned how to prioritize. She's learned what is worth working for and what's not. She used to be a singer in Las Vegas on the Strip, and she decided that she wanted to be a teacher, that she wanted to help kids, and she wanted to have something more stable, more grounded. And she's been doing that for about a decade now, and she's an awesome teacher, incredible. And during that time, she got her master's. While it's incredibly hardworking. My mom is so awesome in that respect. She's so she's always progressing, but she's also extremely grounded. She's not obsessed with security. She's not obsessed with having enough. She just does her best, and she just continues progressing. She keeps going. One of the challenges for this energy is being stingy, is not, again, having the psychological need to hoard and have as much as possible. Again, my mom, an incredible example with a higher level of this energy, because she's always so giving and so supportive of me. Now, it's also a very beautiful thing, because I'm a very hard worker myself, and I'm always seeking to healthily grow and expand in my life. So it's not like she's just handing me money, It's she realizes that's for a good cause. And see, that's part of the beautiful part of this energy, is that common sense, that groundedness. What's going to work? What's worth investing in? What's worth my time, my energy, my effort? With Jupiter and Capricorn, you have a wonderful common sense, because you just naturally understand the earth world around you. You get things. Philosophically, you understand things about the material world that nobody else can understand. Jupiter is the planet of consciousness, of expansion of consciousness, of horizons. And Capricorn is earth. It's very much focused on work, on status, on society, on real contributions to society, in making the most of what you have. Again, it's very important to not just focus on what you have, though. To not just focus on the earth realm. Astrologically, Jupiter in Cancer Capricorn is said to be challenging. It's said to be just a very challenging energy to work with. Beethoven had this energy, and you can see it in his incredible ambition, his incredible, always moving forward and always creating new beauty for the world. But he was absolutely neurotic when it came to his own personal security. Absolutely neurotic about his nephew. Trying to mold his nephew in ways that he saw fit. Again, a very narrow-minded approach. This is very important to learn with Jupiter and Capricorn, is to get past this narrow-minded earth realm fixed approach, only seeing things in relation to what they are worth to you, only seeing things on the surface, not understanding the deeper qualities of something, but only thinking of, for example, oh, that person is only worth so much to me. Nothing else matters. Their inner beauty doesn't matter. Their intelligence doesn't matter. Their emotions don't matter. That's the danger of this energy. And in the case of Beethoven, with his nephew, he drove his nephew absolutely crazy. He clung to his nephew, a very Capricornian, Jupiterian thing, Jupiter and Capricorn specifically, is to, clinging to his nephew. And he strangled him, I mean, not literally, but, I mean, emotionally. He refused to see any other way of being. He refused. And Jupiter and Capricorn played a huge role in that, of Jupiter's philosophy, and Capricorn, again, is very challenged here. It's very dogmatic. It's very important to get past dogma, to get past all that, because it's very destructive. His nephew, Carl, ended up trying to commit suicide. Thankfully, it didn't go through, but, and he said it was because of his uncle. Jupiter in Capricorn is a wonderfully ambitious, progressive energy, but it can, at its lowest manifestations, truly end up being a stranglehold for both the self and others. It's very, very, very important that you honor other people's rights to be themselves, that you let other people live their lives the way they choose, and for you to do your best. Ultimately, you can only control yourself, your actions, your reactions, your goals. Don't be so hard on yourself. With Jupiter and Capricorn, it's all too easy to feel like you're only worth what you make. You're only worth what you can produce. Especially in this time with Pluto and Capricorn. We're going through a huge shift globally, as for our economy. Meow meow, go upstairs. Go upstairs. We're going through a huge shift in our economy, and it's more challenging than ever to make a steady income that's, ample. That's a lot. We'll get through this period. In about a decade, we'll be out of Pluto and Capricorn, and we'll have finally figured out so much about how to really have an economic system that functions for our ever-changing society. One that makes a lot more sense and that isn't concerned with, the two extremes of laissez-faire capitalism or communism, where everything is controlled or nothing is controlled. We'll figure that out. With Jupiter and Capricorn, it's very important, especially in this next decade, but for forever. So if you're watching this video a decade or more from now, it's always important with this energy to not judge yourself and not judge your worth off of material things. How beautiful you think you are, or how handsome, or what people think or say about you. None of that is ultimately important. What's truly important is your own ideals, your own reason, your own purpose for living, for working, for creating, for progressing. And so, as you craft your philosophy of life, we all have our life philosophy. With Jupiter and Capricorn, don't limit yourself in multiple ways. Don't limit yourself in the material plane. Don't limit yourself thinking that you're no good unless this or this or this. Again, money or power or respect, whatever. You must accept yourself for exactly who you are and love yourself for who you are before then proceeding. With Jupiter and Capricorn, you have incredible goals. You have incredible ambition, incredible power. So many truly powerful individuals from all walks of life, artists, business people, historical figures, of all shapes and sizes, have had this energy and accomplished so much. So be grounded. Use common sense. Appreciate yourself for exactly as you are. There's always room for improvements in life, sure, but appreciate things as they are. Appreciate people, especially, as they are. The world, society, nature, as they are. And then seek to achieve all of the amazing things that you've set up for yourself, your goals. It's very important with this energy to have goals, to have things that you're working towards. Because you will achieve them. You will. No matter how down on yourself you get, you will achieve them. You'll find the security that you need. Even in this crazy decade of, financial, economic, societal insecurity that's occurring right now, you'll find what you're looking for. But stay grounded. Make sure that you're not progressing for silly reasons. That you're not being limited in your approach, and you're, thinking that the outcome is all that matters. No, the result is not all that matters. The journey is just as important as the destination. Find worth in the journey and find worth in yourself. That's honestly, these are some of the most important things that I've found personally for this energy. Is to learn these things, to find worth in yourself. To not get down on yourself and say negative things for others and yourself. This is at its lowest manifestation, this can be a very mean energy. Towards the self, most of all, You have to have pain to give pain, but towards others too. Again, don't judge people for who they are. It's very important to learn that. You may have your opinions, your ideas, your whatever. But again, you gotta accept someone before you try and change them. And really accept them, to understand who they are, and to find their worth. That's really all I'm trying to say, is to find a person's worth for exactly who they are. And maybe it's a worth that you don't quite understand. But everyone has their worth, truly. So, how to reach your luck, your opportunities. Jupiter is also the planet of prosperity, the biggest planet in our solar system, always expanding. You gain your prosperity most by, again, being grounded, using common sense, by working hard, by contributing, making real contributions to society, by finding ways to be stable and bettering yourself, truly bettering yourself, developing your philosophy of life through hard work, through determination, through setting goals and achieving them. By becoming a productive elder in society. That is what Saturn is all about, is the authority, the elders. And Jupiter too, and so we have both of these energies combined, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So with Jupiter and Capricorn, you're meant to be an elder statesman in society, or stateswoman for that matter. To be somebody who, even when young, is known as a responsible human being, is known as somebody that can be counted upon, and who has solid ethics, solid ideals. With Jupiter and Capricorn, you're an honorable person, at least in part. Maybe there's other stuff in your chart that mean otherwise, but Jupiter and Capricorn is grounded and wants to make the world a better place. So do so in your own way. Be free in your approach. Ironically, that's when you'll progress the most. When you're not being so dogmatic. When you're looking at what society really needs and what you really need, and marrying those two needs. And again, not being so hard on yourself. Giving yourself the time you need to reach the goals that you'll need. You know what I mean. Giving yourself time, being patient. And that's a strong suit of yours. So develop it. Develop it, develop it, develop it. The goals you set are huge, truly. Earth-changing, earth-shattering goals. Those are the goals meant for a Jupiter and Capricorn individual, because they can go and reach for those goals year after year, decade after decade if need be, and they will reach them. It's inevitable. You will reach your goals. So set goals that are worthy of your time and effort. Don't be focused on silly things like, I must have security at all costs, so I'll work a job that isn't fulfilling for me, but I'll get money. Yes, security is important, but find a way to marry your need for security with your incredibly high-reaching goals, your goals that are valuable, that are worth pursuing, no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is. Find goals that you find fulfilling. And go for them. Don't stop going for them. The whole point of living is to be fulfilled, to achieve anything that we truly desire in our souls. So don't be daunted by the task. The goals worth going for are challenging, and sometimes we wonder if we can reach them. But the goals worth going for are also worth plowing through every single obstacle that comes our way, slowly, surely, and with patience. And with the knowledge that, yeah, we'll get there. No matter how long it takes, we will get there. I suppose that's all I have to say. I can't think of anything else. Namaste.